Hi, people. Hi. All right. So I graduated college with a theater degree. Woo! Yes. Okay. And those you're gonna relate to this, perhaps. The first couple of years out of school, I worked a million jobs. I was an after-school yoga teacher for kindergartners. I played the guitar at Whole Foods for babies every Thursday morning. I was a bar mitzvah and school dance DJ. I went to fancy parties on stilts and served dessert. I had so many side hustles, and I was getting to a point where I was burning out. I really was in desperate need of a main hustle. And right around that time, the local CBS2 affiliate in Chicago announced that they were looking for their next traffic reporter. And they were gonna have a contest, and the person that won the contest was gonna get to be a traffic reporter for 3 months, and the job was gonna pay $25,000. And that is more money than I had made in the previous 12 months. So my eyeballs turned into little dollar signs, and I was like, okay, I'm doing this. So I made an audition video, and I made it to the top 75, and then from there I advanced to a top 10 finalist position to become Chicago's next traffic reporter. And as a top 10 finalist, I had to do an actual day of live traffic reporting. It was a serious thing. They were gonna put us all on TV one at a time, do the thing, and then people were gonna vote. So I was the only person in the top 10 who had no journalism experience. I was also the youngest, and at every stage of the competition, I had worn different color Converse sneakers, just by accident. That's just what my wardrobe was then. So I had black sneakers in my audition video, and then I had green Converse sneakers the day we did the top 75 audition, which was a mistake because traffic is reported in front of a green screen, and that audition was in front of a green. It was fine. It was fine. And then I came in for another day of training with red Converse sneakers, and they just thought it was a riot. They thought, who is this kid with her Converse sneakers? They thought I was real wild. And so when they were talking us through preparation for our big on-air day, they were very clear about the fact that on the day that we came to do our on-air traffic report, we had to dress business casual. And they were really looking at me when they said that. And I was like, okay, I get it. All right. And so I go home to my closet. Business casual is still a triggering phrase to me. It's the worst. I'm sweating, I don't know. So I go to my closet, fling open the doors to my closet, and it reflects the life that I am living. It's multicolored leggings and 3 different tutus that I wear on the weekends when I'm leading birthday parties for 5-year-olds. I just have nothing business casual. So I go shopping, and I get this sensible black dress that just screams news reporter person. But I still want to maintain the meanness of it all. So I buy bright yellow high heels, 3-inch high heels. And I'm I am a lady, but I'm still a little bit fun. And I spend days practicing, just walking back and forth in my apartment. Because I'm not used to walking in 3-inch heels. But I feel pretty good. They gave us real training, so I feel confident about what I'm about to do. And I wake up the morning of my traffic report at 3:30, because that is what time in the morning these people wake up. And I'm getting my life together. I put on my dress, and I put on my Converse sneakers because I'm gonna drive in the sneakers, because who drives in heels? And so I had my heels in a plastic bag. I grabbed some snacks. I'm getting everything together, and I go down to my car, and it's dark, and it's freezing cold because it's Chicago, and I'm driving down Lakeshore, and my knuckles are frozen over the steering wheel, and I'm feeling so nervous because I actually need this job. I'm burning out, I'm running out of cash, and I feel I have a decent chance actually, in spite of it all. So I pull into the station, and I go to grab my heels, and as I go to grab the bag, I double take it, and I realize that instead of grabbing a bag of yellow heels, I have grabbed a bag of yellow bananas. And I burst into tears because I'm wearing my Converse sneakers, which they explicitly told me not to wear. I'm they're gonna think that I am not taking this seriously. I'm I'm like sobbing, and I run up to the station, and I'm like, listen, my roommate's gonna be up in 3 hours. She can bring the shoes down. Like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, calm down. They're like, wear the Converse sneakers, bring the bananas into the studio, tell the story on air. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So I go in, and I report the traffic. And first of all, let me just say there's no way I could have done that in heels, because these people are running from the like desk where the anchors are to the green screen, like back and forth, and there's a bunch of cables that you have to like jump over because you get like 3 seconds to go from one place to the next. There's no way I could have done that in heels. But I report the living daylights out of the traffic. And sure enough, in between the traffic hits, I'm telling the story of the bananas. And at one point, some of my friends showed up to like support me. They were gonna just like wait outside the window. You know, in the studios, there's always like the window to the street. And the producers gave my friends the bananas so I could like tell the story, and then they like cut to my friends like eating bananas, like, go Carly! So it's like a whole thing. And I finished the traffic report, and I float out of there because I'm like, I nailed it. People are like high-fiving me, like patting me on the back. I feel so good. And then I float off to the interview with the suits, because like even they can't actually let the Chicago people vote a traffic reporter in. So there's like an interview portion of it. And I sit down, I'm feeling like $1 million, and they're like, that was great. So why do you want to be a traffic reporter? And I'm like, oh my God, what? Like, I hadn't thought through the fact that they could potentially ask me that question, and I have no answer for it, because I don't want to be a traffic reporter. I'm a performer. But I'm like, oh, you know, like bring some flavor to the mornings. Like, I just like fumble something, and I walk out, and I don't get the job. Oddly enough, the guy that did get the job is still doing it, though, and that was like 12 years ago. So, like, I guess it worked out the way that it was supposed to. But I was crushed, because it just felt like, okay, back to the grind. And so, you know, that's what I did. I went back, I hustled, I worked 1 million jobs. And about 10 months after the whole traffic situation, I got another audition for a live morning show. But this one was for preschoolers and involved a chicken puppet. And that job I did get, Converse sneakers and all. Thank you.
Carly Ciarrocchi, everybody.